Today we're going to check out The Long Walk on 4K Blu-ray. I'm not here to talk about how good or bad this movie is. I'm just going to share with you some of my thoughts on the audio and the video quality. Now let's go over a few tech specs. The movie was shot in 4.6K. It's got a 4K DI. It's rated R. Runtime is 108 minutes. Aspect ratio is 239:1, and the audio is in Dolby ATMOS. Now, before we go ahead and take a look at this audio and see how active this audio mix is, if you don't know what the Dolby ATMOS object viewer is, you can find a link down below in this video's description that tells you all about it, what it does, and where you can get it. You can also find a list of all the equipment that I use for these 4K Blu-ray reviews down there as well. Now, this is not an action movie or a horror movie per se, but I think a lot of the home theater community is probably going to skip this. But it's got a great Atmos mix. Right at the start of the movie, we've got a scene that happens inside of a car. If you isolate just the top channels, you'll hear all the loose parts in the interior, like the door rattling and some other light inside atmospherics, while the road noise plays through the lower channels. At around 6 minutes, there's excellent environmental surround with crickets chirping in the background, the breeze blowing throughout the room, and the boys either walking in the back of the room with some light chatter that makes the soundstage really airy and really spacious. At around 16 minutes, this is one of many scenes where dialogue happens with two or more characters where you'll hear their voices track exactly on screen. So if someone is talking on the left side of the screen, their voice will come out of the left speaker and so on. We have another tracking shot that happens at 35:48 where Luke's voice moves from the right side of the room and circles around to the left back side of the room. You'll also hear the engine from the tanks move along with it. At 41:25, there's bullets that fire up front, echo in the surrounds, while there's heavy breathing that happens in the top front channels to give us this inside first-person perspective type of feeling. There's also pretty deep bass drop here as well, and the scene also uses all of your available speakers. At 55:35, there's rain coming down from the front and rear top channels, while the tank follows in the front stage, which again has really great immersion. As for bass response, while there isn't a ton of subwoofer action, the bass does come in hot anytime someone gets shot, so when it's called for, it'll hit hard and it'll drop pretty low. And the dialogue was always easy to hear throughout.
Most guys, they crap once a week. Me, I'm a once a day type of guy, you know?
Video-wise, this is a great looking movie. It's not the sharpest, most detailed movie that I've seen this year, but the cinematography was shot beautifully. The HDR captures every time of day as it moves from early morning, where the skies are gray, to midday brightness, to the nighttime scenes, which are illuminated by either the tank's lights or the moonlight overhead. Detail is neither clipped in those brighter daytime scenes, so the clouds and the skies have smooth gradational transitions, and specular highlights will pop off the screen. And the black levels will reveal plenty of shadow detail with clean transitions from blacks and grays. It's got a max CLL of 1028 and a max FALL of 104. The color palette is slightly muted, so don't go in expecting HDR vividness except for the one rainbow at around 1 hour in. The movie was shot digitally, but you can tell that they added in some film emulation to give it a more filmic look, which also takes the digital edge away from the image. There's still plenty of fine detail, so pores and wrinkles and clothing textures are still rendered really cleanly, and the digital effects during the kills are also gruesomely captured with more than enough detail as well, and maybe a little too much detail at times. Overall, this is a fantastic looking movie with some reserved HDR and plenty of 4K detail. I'm gonna go with a 9.6 for video. Audio-wise, I'd put this right up there with A Quiet Place for excellent sonic envelopment that's dynamically nuanced for the quieter scenes, which is most of the movie, and can pick up for those few bombastic scenes to drive your SPL. I'm gonna go with a 9.9 for audio. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are probably gonna sleep on this movie because it doesn't have big action, but I do think it delivers for a great home theater experience. It's worth a pickup. So what are your thoughts on The Long Walk on 4K Blu-ray? Have you seen it, and do you think I went too high with my scores? Leave a comment down below and let me know. Now, if you do want to pick up this movie on 4K Blu-ray, I will leave some links for it down below in this video's description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want, you can follow us on social media, and if you want to support the channel and get exclusive content or great discounts on audio and video gear, then stop by my Patreon page. Be sure to like this video if you found it useful, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you again in the next one.